Hello everyone, and we are happy to welcome you on our today's webinar about Smartcat. You will learn why should you use it and which problems it is aimed to solve in vendor management. While we are waiting for the rest of the audience, please type any sign in the chat so I will be able to know you hear me well. I can see you hear me well, and I need to tell you that we are broadcasting this webinar on YouTube and on Facebook at the same time, so you can join there and follow our official Facebook page. You can see the link in the chat window now. We really appreciate your feedback, so you're welcome to share, like, or comment on our live Facebook videos. And of course, we are happy to invite all of you to our offline conference UTIC 2019. It will take place on July 22nd, 28th. It will be a whole week of presentations and courses on translation industry trends, open air networking in a pine forest on a riverbank. In order not to miss any news about upcoming conference and pre-sale announcements, join our event on Facebook. We will keep you posted. We would like to thank our UTIC 2019 and UTIC webinar sponsors and partners, companies who make this event possible. It's Language Solutions Pro, Logos Global and Logos IT, as well as Belarusian Translation Forum. And in case you are interested in supporting UTIC 2019 too, you can find all sponsorship opportunities on our website in Sponsors section. Today's meeting is going to be hosted by me, Irina Vizier, UTIC PR Manager. And now let me introduce our speakers. Today we have two of them. It's Morkovkin and Artur Davidenko. Max is an experienced translator, blogger, and public speaker. Maxim has a BS degree in Chinese language and a MS degree in business administration from Central China Normal University. He is also active in the field of translation automation tools and is focused on building relationships between Smartcat and customers in Asia. And Artur is a product marketing manager with broad experience in e-commerce and video game projects. In Smartcat, Artur leads the positioning of the company's various products and services. And now it's time for me to turn it over to our guests. But before we do that, I want to ask all our attendees to send questions in the chat window. I will ask them at the end of the presentations. So, hello guys, you can turn your webcams on and just say hello. Yes, hi Max.
大家好. Hello everyone.
Hi everyone, it's Artur from Smartcat, and today I will be working on connecting audience and Smartcat.
And I will be helping Artur with presentation and sharing some interesting cases that my customers had while using Smartcat services.
Thank you. So let's go on and
let's start.
Let's start, yes.
Thank you very much. So today we will talk briefly about translation team management, especially about vendor management. So the beginning will be about the speed of modern content translation, and which means that it should be immediate in modern world. And you need to be more efficient today to keep going on being on track. And so let's talk about the important parts of this process and how to be efficient in the crazy modern world. Today we will be talking about translation industry, LSP cost structure, and then we will be talking only about vendor management and how it can be useful for you as an LSP owner or employee or as a freelancer, translator or editor. So let's begin from the small finance part. It will be very quickly for you, but I think it will be interesting too. So this LSP structure, I think, is familiar for you, but I just want to show how important two of these parts will be for our presentation. So we have two main parts, which named as suppliers costs and translation project management costs. So supplier costs is all about working with the suppliers, translators, and translation project management costs is about hidden costs, about operation, project management, soft which we use, and etc. So let's think about our presentation and LSP and vendor management as a part of LSP in this kind of terms, in financial and effectiveness.
Yeah, we made a research on vendor management processes of our customers, and we noticed that many project managers in companies struggling with assigning jobs to translators, because it is always a challenge to choose the right person for the project. And that's why we focused on this problem, and what we're going to tell you actually how you can resolve the issues with vendor management in your companies, and how Smartcat can help you with that.
So great, let's begin talking about vendor management itself. So one of the biggest part of translation process is vendor management. Here we mean searching, testing, and communications with the vendors. So if you want to share your own opinion about vendor management, how you understand this process, and what your opinion and what parts of vendor management I can be forget, let's share this in the chat. So let's go. The old school way, which I think you all are familiar with, is have a lot of pains, because old school is good for music but not for business. And we are talking about costs. We are talking about how this not fast, not quick, but difficult way to communicate, to keep your data in emails and Excel data spreadsheets can be affect your business and your efficiency. So you have, I think, 4 most popular pains in the finding the right translators, keeping these translators in one useful and helpful database, dealing with different vendors with their pipeline, with their times, and finding and onboarding the right one translator to the project, and evaluating the quality of the vendors before they starting working on project and after they finished. So how to understand that these vendors are very good in this kind of field, specializations, and language pairs. So these pains are uncovered right now. These are based on old school way of doing vendor management. So I think Max can tell a lot more about most popular cases in old school vendor management problems.
Yeah, actually, I wanted to add that, well, in my daily communication, when I don't receive a feedback from the customer within, I don't know, 2-3 days, I make a call, and the most popular answer that I get why they don't answer is that, Max, we're struggling with a big project. We looking for freelancers urgently, and sorry, we will get back to you in a few days. And then I'm saying, guys, you should try our vendor management service. We can help you in searching freelancers. We do it professionally. We do it very quick. We have a special team, and we use automated tools.
Yeah, basically, it's the most important part, I think, is about automation, because time is money. And when you lose your time, you lose your money. And automation, which in our modern era is the main guy in business, is the most important part here. And we'll be talking about this a lot today. So let's go to the Smartcat vendor management approach. The next slide, please, where we want to share our vision for translation industry in a few years. I think we want to make translation industry a better place for everyone, for translation companies, for freelancers, for business companies. And to do that, we need to work hard and offer you a lot of automation services. So you can not working on routine services, as you can see on the old school way, and invest your time in business and sales when the automation services will help you. So I think it's very important to understand that we want to automate those processes which are routine ones and simple ones, and we don't want to automate those processes which affects the quality. So our vendor management builds on two main parts: automation systems and the quality team, which are working. They live people from 6 continents, and they're working on quality because not all can be covered by machine. So it's a big intro from me, and Max can take in the live and formal way.
Well, actually, I have nothing to add here. Really, the machines cannot do the magic at the moment. They can help us, but the main thing should be done by a human. So we automate routine and manual tasks so that your managers can focus on really important operations in your company.
Yeah, it's true, because Max is working a lot with managers from translation companies, and if there are any managers in this chat, and we'll be looking at this video after, you can share your questions, because Max is the best one to help you with. How can we solve these problems? How can we use our approach? Now let's go to the next slide and start with the most important part, which can be automated, the database. So to keep your database high quality and large, you need to you need to update it day to day. Every day you need to work with the vendors from different continents. You need to have a lot of partners in different countries, and so Smartcat is this place. So we have more than I think 30 partners already, and it will be more every month, and they are helping us to work with every special region conditions to understand how these vendors are working, how these people think, and it's very important to keep your database high quality.
Artur, if you don't mind, I just wanted to add that in our database, freelancers have profiles, and there are different indicators that help you to understand if this freelancer is really qualified linguist, and you can rely on these indicators. And one of these indicators is a badge. We have different types of badge. For example, certified badge is a badge showing you that this freelancer was led to Smartcat platform by our partner, and it is a trusted vendor. So our partner is working with this linguist, and he's happy to share it with our marketplace, because our partnership program allows partners to get the revenue on introducing freelancers and introducing customers. So they're also interested in promoting Smartcat in this case. A bit later, when I will showing you the demonstration of our platform, I will briefly introduce these badges and show you.
Yeah, thank you. It's a very important part, because you want to understand who these vendors are, and what specialization they have, and other stuff. You want to have it in one place. You don't want to have 10 tabs, 20 emails, chats, and to keep on the track every day. You want a simple, non-stress way to understand. Okay, I have, for example, 30 vendors for these language pairs, and I can start working with them maybe in 3 days, because we have a native chat, in product chat, and you can just ask these vendors, and they will receive the notifications instantly, and it's a real-time discussion. So let's finish with database for now, and Max will be talking about it a little bit later. And let's move to the analyzing. So when we're talking about data, database, and modern era, we should think about data-driven approach, because data can help us to increase our efficiency. It's a scientific approach, and if you want to increase your revenue, to work better, you just need to analyze the data. And we help you with that, absolutely free. And we want you to use all our tabs with the statistics, about the translation, statistics about the cost, statistics about teams, and it's all will be absolutely free for you, because we want you to use our service as helpful as it can be for you, maximum. And I think I will stop at this moment. Max, do you want anything to add?
Yeah, I wanted to say that maybe some of our attendees thinking like, okay, guys, you're saying this free and that is free, and how do you earn money? Well, actually, the technological part of Smartcat is available for free. I'm sorry, can you hear me? I think, yeah, it was unstable for a moment. The technological part of Smartcat is free. You can register an account, freelancer account or translation company account, and use the platform. And in case you need services to simplify processes, to automate tasks, here we help you. And for these services like vendor management service, like the service which will be introduced by Artur in a few minutes, like payment automation service, for these services we charge a subscription fee, and this is how we support the system. And what is unique about Smartcat also is that we don't charge you for user licenses. No limits on number of users. You just can forget about this barrier, and you can scale your team and add as many people from your company and freelancers as you need.
So it's very easy to understand why we are thinking like this. It's very easy because a lot of our employees were working in translation companies before. The owners and the market managers and product managers and customer success managers were working in translation companies before. And we know your problems because it's our problems too. And we understand that license will not help you to boost your business, will not help you to grow better, to grow faster. And this is how we think. I hope that it will be very likable for you. So let's move to the next slide, which Max spoiled it a little bit. So it's about calculation. I will talk about it briefly because Max can talk about it the most interesting way. So for me, the calculation is those parts which can help you reduce this time which you spend to negotiate. So when you are searching for your vendors, you just need to understand their rates. So our services do it automatically, and you don't need to waste your time. And Max, let's talk about it.
Yeah, so we have different customers on the platform. Some of them still in the beginning of the stage when they try to digitalize their business, so they negotiate with linguists only using emails. And when the project is started and when the project is completed, there is a problem to discuss how much you need to pay to freelancer. And of course, we have customers who are using translation management systems where you send a PO, where your freelancer send you an invoice. But in Smartcat, you can not only exchange, see the information about payments, how much you need to pay to your freelancer. You can also process the payment, like physically, by making a few clicks in our platform. And the calculation in Smartcat is transparent between translator and manager. So when the project is started, you see the rough estimation, and while translator making the translation, the calculation is done, and he can see it in his dashboard, and manager can see it on manager's dashboard. So this problem of negotiations is resolved, and you don't need to spend time on this.
Yeah, and when we're talking about cost calculation, we talk about it in terms of, okay, we just want to start the project, to lead the project, and to understand the end of the projects, how many money we just need to transfer to our vendors. Okay, and how to do it? So it's a lot of stress and difficulties when you have, for example, 30 vendors from 10 different countries, and you just need to work with vendors because project isn't done before vendors have earned their money. And they come our second feature, our second service is payments automation. So after we helped you with the calculation, we just can help you with the product payments automation, and which means that we just have all the costs which we calculated before. We keep them, and we just say, okay, let's pay to one check, to one invoice in Smartcat, and we will transfer all the invoices to all the vendors, because we have international law companies in different countries, and we just can help you instantly to pay instantly. So I will repeat to make it clear. So you have 30 vendors and you have 30 invoices, and this time without Smartcat, it's a lot of bit pains to keep on the track with every vendors. And okay, we just give you one invoice because you did it in the Smartcat. And okay, you have one invoice, you pay one invoice, and we have it, and we transfer all the little transactions to every vendors automatically. And it can be done in 30 minutes for all vendors which you were working with this month. So it's working like this. Max, do you want to add something?
Yeah, I just wanted to add that in Smartcat we have an operational center which is responsible for making these single transactions, and also we have analysts who are looking for different methods to pay to different countries. Like at the moment, we can pay freelancers in local currencies to many countries, like starting from Argentina, continuing with Egypt, United Arab Emirates, of course Europe, of course Russia, Ukraine, and ended up with China, Japan, Malaysia, and other countries, you name it. So we exploring the situation on the market, and in this case, you can just forget about the problem of looking for beneficial payment methods. You can leave it to us because we have people who are doing this professionally. So we just accept the total amount from you once per month or twice per month as you wish, and then pay to your freelancers on your behalf. And also your freelancers, the freelancer have a payment cabinet in Smartcat where he adds payment details, and you don't need to store it anywhere, like an Excel spreadsheet or maybe any kind of internal tool. You have it in Smartcat, and everything is Smartcat: translation, billing, vendor management, payouts. So you don't need to jump from one tool to another. Everything is centralized and provided to you.
Yeah, and I think we are ready to go to the next slide, which will be, yeah, and payouts. We were talking about payouts, so it looks like this, and you will have a chance to look by yourself a little bit later. But as you see, it's very simple. You have, you can see there's a lot of different projects. For example, it's you can have one project with 30 vendors and the second project with 20 vendors, and this just one project. In Smartcat, you can see a lot of projects, and all of these projects were paid for minutes. So you can see that's very simple.
Yeah, it's actually your payment history where you see the invoices and jobs that you paid, and you download the invoices from the system, and they are stored there, so you can download it at any time and make the payment to Smartcat.
Yeah, and before we'll be talking about hidden fees and how these all affected the vendor management, let's make a small resume. So, okay, we have our database, we can find our translators. We have communication channels in the product, chats, email notifications, integrations, and other stuff. okay, we can work with them in Smartcat or integrate some other stuff in the Smartcat, and we can calculate our costs, our time costs. We can see the statistics for every translator, how he or she works, and after that we can calculate the cost of every project and every vendor in this project. So, okay, we all done it, and now we can pay them all. We finish the payments, and okay, looks simple, but why it is important for you? Because I think you can have your own way, your own approach right now to operate all of these tasks, and I just want to show you how important to have one centralized system to operate all this stuff and why it affects your time. So let's go to the next slide, please. I think it's a resume about the payments, why it is so important to keep all the billing and the payment stuff in one place. You can see that our service offers you one centralized system. And now we can move to the next slide, please. Yeah, thank you very much. So you can see the top 6 hidden hits, which you can understand, which you're familiar with. And I can help you to understand why it is important to keep all the stuff in one system and how it affects on your time costs and then on your money. So freelancers onboarding. As you know, you are working in emails, many chats or other services, and every freelancers wants their own service, and it costs you a lot of time. And after that, when you start communicating with freelancers, you need to understand their specializations, language pair, the time zone, the rates, and other stuff. And it's all affects on onboarding. It make your onboarding longer. You just need to keep it in your head. And we move to the second part, paperwork and tax compliance. So you can have 10 vendors, for example, from 10 different countries. And every country has its own regulation, its own tax regulation, its own documents for entrepreneurs, for translators, and you just need to work with every country, and it costs you a lot of time. For example, to transfer all your payments to United States and to China, it's a whole different world. We can just keep it in your head. And now we can move to the next part. Rates, negotiations, payments methods, and the spoiler currencies. Rates and negotiations is the most difficult part because you just want to work more efficiency. And to work more efficiency, you need to reduce your costs. And entrepreneur, translator want to increase the revenues and earns. And here we have the negotiations. And cost a lot of time when you have, for example, 30 different negotiations in 30 different email chats, or for example, not just email but Skype. And now you can have the all negotiations in one place, and you can see all the rates, all the specializations before you started working with translator because you have your own database. And when we talking about payments methods, it's very important that not all of translators are working with, for example, cards. Not all of translators are working with PayPals. Not all the translators are working with e-wallets. And we have more than 100 payment methods. And we can help you to pay instantly to every payment method. And if we don't have, it will be, because you can just say us, oh, hello, I want to add these payment methods because here, look, I have the project and I finished it and I want to pay instantly. Okay, our special, as Max say, operation financial group and team can solve it very, very quickly. It's their job. And my top 3 hidden fees are finished, and I just want you to keep them in your heads, and let's move to the Max top 3 hidden fees.
Yeah, I wanted to add about PayPal that in some countries PayPal is banned, and it's not easy to find a way to pay there, like, for example, to Turkey or to China. And we have solutions for these countries. Yeah, let me tell you about other top hidden costs, so billing and accruals. Here, actually, your cost is in hours which are spent by your managers. So some companies, some customers, some managers, they sometimes don't understand it, don't take it very seriously, but it can take 10 to 30 hours per month, depending on the process in the company. So, and it's money, time is money, as you know. And in Smartcat, billing is automated. And the system actually, how is it implemented? The system takes the rate per word for freelancer, multiplies it on the number of words translated, and make a discount based on the matches found in your translation memory. So it is quite accurate, and you can pay it straight away. Another number 5 is executing payouts. We already told you that processing the single transactions to every freelancer is also a painful thing and takes time, and it's manual. It disturbs managers when you need to open files, check payment details, copy paste them to the system, make transaction, and so on and so on. And in Smartcat, you just import your jobs. If freelancers using other tools or work offline, you just import your jobs to the system and create one invoice and pay it. If freelancers are in Smartcat, if they translating your projects in Smartcat, then jobs created automatically, you group them into one invoice and send the money to Smartcat. As easy as it is. And number 6, foreign exchange costs. So when you are making international transactions and your freelancer is located in other countries, so most probably they would like to receive money in a different currency. And in this case, banks will charge you additional fee for exchange the currency. And in Smartcat, just as we already mentioned, we have an operational financial center who is focused on different solutions, different platforms. And in Smartcat, we came into agreement with one of our providers that this additional fee for converting the currency will not be charged for Smartcat customers, and you will save money here. Many things to think about. We hope that we will not overwhelm you with the information, but you can watch the recording then, and we are always open for conversation and can hold a demo, a demonstration for your company to answer some questions that you might have.
Yeah, as you see, our product managers and marketing managers works a lot to calculate how these top hidden fees affect your efficiency. And we calculate it on top of the United States, Europe, language service provider that these top hidden fees affects. And you can add from 30 to 50% of profit if you can solve these kind of operations. And I think you can think, okay, vendor management is about searching the translators, and then all other work is about project management. I think you just need to understand that keeping your database, it's not only about specializations. You just need to keep payment methods. You just need to keep the currencies, countries, and it's a connection between project management and vendor management. You cannot just think about this as a separate processes, because you have one business, one translation company, and all of the processes are connected. And this is a part of the connection of these two processes. So I think we are good with this slide, and we can move to the next. So it's very simple. Just
I see this picture and I already feel pain.
yeah, just to relax. You just can see all their processes. Vendor management, okay, we found the translators. Project management, okay, we are working with translators. Cost calculations, okay, our project is finished. We just need to understand how many money translators will earn, and payouts. And here come our payments automation. We just want to pay instantly and not waste a lot of time on this process. Without Smartcat, you can be look like this. And with Smartcat, in the next slide, you will be looking like this. So we have
just maybe a simple example. Sorry, Archie, for interrupting you. Like when I think of these manual processes and offline tools, I just imagine a desk phone, and I'm trying to remind how Archer, can you hear me now?
Yeah, now I can.
Yeah, I'm sorry for this. So I'm just trying to remind the times when we were using desk phones. It was a problem, really a problem. You cannot walk around the whole apartment. You cannot go out to your balcony. You always need to stay close to this desk phone. And Smartcat is like a smartphone. So you have no limits here. You can go everywhere you want, and this just like this.
Yeah, while we are helping you with all routine processes, which we are automating for you, you can spend more time to work with partners, to work with clients, and to scale up your business. So in your face will look like this. Okay, we are finished. I think now we can move to the next slide. And if I remember, yeah, this time for Max Magic.
Yeah, for online demonstration. So I'm going to share my screen and show you Smartcat. So just a few seconds.
And while we are starting to show, while we are ready to show you our demonstration, if you have any questions for now, if you don't understand some approach, some things, or if you don't agree with some things, you can just put your minds into the chat. So Max, let's go.
So Archer, could you please confirm if you can see my screen? And also maybe we need to ask attendees if they can see the screen.
Yeah, I can see a screen. If any of our listeners can...
Yes, everything is okay.
Oh,
we can,
okay.
We can see
good.
now.
Okay, good. So I have 5 minutes. I will try to make it as short as possible. So this is Smartcat interface. We have different languages, and you can choose the one you prefer. Well, I'm in the People's tab. We have a navigation panel, and unfortunately, we don't have time to go through the whole system. But we will focus on vendor management, on team management, and on processing payouts. So under People tab, we have a few sections. The first one is My Team section, where you have the list of users who you are working with. So here you see your internal linguists. Here you can also see the profiles of Smartcat marketplace freelancers who were saved to your team. Like you see this purple pin. You can save any profile to your team just in order to have a quick access to these linguists. And also here we can see project managers, resource managers, administrators. So once you register a corporate account, you can start inviting your colleagues. They don't need to register a new account. You just invite them to the system, specifying email, choosing the access level. Yeah, of course, you're adding names. Choosing access level. We have 4 system access levels, and you can also create your own access levels and give different access rights. You see this small note here? It states that this user hasn't registered Smartcat before, and he will be invited as a hidden user who will be seen only for your colleagues, for your administrators and project managers. It may happen that your freelancer who are working with could register Smartcat before to find new jobs. It may happen. We have a database of 200,000 people already from different countries. So in this case, you will have a notification here, but you will still be able to add this person to your team and have a profile with information that will be visible only to you. And at the same time, you will know that these persons have also a public profile and selling his services to Smartcat customers. So you invite your colleagues here, and you have filters to find people and send invitations to the project to them. The second section is Find Freelancers, and here you get an access to this huge database. As I told you, freelancers have profiles with different indicators here. So for example, this freelancer is certified by our Turkish partner, localization company. This is one of our customers and partners. And also you can see that this, for example, translator has translated 12,000 words already and completed 14 projects. Here is the rate. There is another type of indicator, tested. In Smartcat, you can test freelancers, and this indicator means that he has passed the test of one of our customers in IT and telecom. And also he has 13 reviews. Let's open his profile and see, check the reviews of the customers. All the reviews are real. We monitor them. We are in contact with all the customers. For example, IKEA Learning is our end customer from India. They are translating the documentation about healthcare for the customers. I'm just know them pretty well. Sudhamoy is very nice person. And you can see all these reviews here. Some managers are lazy, what to say, and they don't add comments. But for example, Pinar from Atlas, he added this comment to the translator. So you can get the information about this freelancer, understand if you are willing to work with him or not. I have already saved him. Let me to remove just to show you. Here, save to my team tab. So you click on it and this person will appear in your my team list. And also it gives you an opportunity to negotiate the rate with freelancer, because once you save it to your team, you can first of all add some internal notes, and then you can edit the rate and send him a proposal with the rate which you prefer, and he will consider your offering and reply to you, or maybe reject depending on your offer. And here is request a team button, which actually redirect you to our vendor management service form, where you just tell us how many people you need, what is the maximum rate you can accept, language pair, some additional information, and you submit the form. So you notify us that you need help, and our vendor managers will get back to you. And after the automated search and qualifying the profiles, our vendor managers will recommend you the best people on Smartcat platform, or even from other platforms, because sometimes for very rare language pairs we don't have providers on the platform, and we make search out of Smartcat in ProZ, Translators Cafe, and other systems. Let's not make any advertisement. And yeah, this is how you can apply for vendor management service. I'm already out of my time, only 1 minute. So getting back to Smartcat interface, let's go to payments tab. So after the project is completed and confirmed by your project manager, meaning that I was sorry, I was afraid that my camera doesn't work, and it's I think when you share the screen, yeah, the camera is turned off. So Artur, just to confirm that you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you and see the screen. And
Okay.
Everything is okay. Yes.
Okay, good.
I
Good,
think you
sorry.
can have 5 minutes more, so you can just.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Then let me to drink something. So we're in the payments tab. The project manager confirmed that the project is completed. It means that you don't have any problems about the quality. The client is happy, and translators don't need to edit anything. So after it's completed, Smartcat generates jobs. And here you see the information about jobs that were completed on the system. When it's time to make the payment, you just choose these jobs and create one invoice. So like, for example, I can select one by one, or I can just click on select all, see the total amount, 15,000 USD, and I click on create invoice and pay. So let me make a smaller invoice. I click on create invoice and pay. Invoice is created, we go to invoice section. So here I have options. I can pay by card and make it right in the interface. here you see just a few seconds. Here you add the information of your bank card, and you can also pay us by PayPal. It's also a third option, or you can download the invoice, like choose the option pay via invoice. So you're downloading the invoice and you will see the payment details in the invoice, and that is it. After the payment is processed, you just come to Smartcat to monitor how is it going. Once we receive the money, there will be information like paid, the invoice is paid, we receive the money, and the money will be credited to freelancer account. So now I'm switching to my personal account just to show you the payment cabinet of the freelancer. Here in my payouts, I see the balance. Once Smartcat receive the money from you, they are credited to the balance. And freelancer just choose the payment method which is convenient for him and withdraw the money from Smartcat. If payout method was preset before we receive the money from you, then we process payments to freelancer within 5 days. Sometimes it's even faster, 3 days, 4 days. In some cases, even 2 days. But general scenario is 5 days. And the payment methods depending on the location. Freelancer can choose the location in my profile. So we were making a demonstration for Argentinian customer yesterday, so I'm now located in Argentina, as you see. Going back to corporate account, what to do if projects completed out of Smartcat, or you just started to use Smartcat and you want to make payment? You can import jobs to our system. Here is import section, where you download the template. It's an Excel spreadsheet with different columns, and you fill in the information like freelancer email, freelancer name, total amount and currency, and upload it back to Smartcat. It will be processed by Smartcat and will generate the invoice for you to pay. What will actually happen, we will create hidden profiles for your freelancers so they can have an access to their payment cabinet where they choose the payout method. And then we generate the invoice for you and you can pay it here. Some important information: if you decide to cooperate, no, not if, when you decide to cooperate with our freelancers, you need to specify payment terms. You need to inform freelancers when you're going to pay them, and it should be done before you send the invitation. So you come here to payment settings and you choose the option which is like most convenient for you. Like you can pay after the project is completed within some number of days. The 60 days is maximum, or you can choose to pay on monthly basis or on weekly basis as you wish. And one more thing to mention is that in Smartcat you can set up custom net rates. You can decide how much you will pay freelancer in case there are TM matches. So for new words, usually it's 100%, of course. For matches 50% to 74, it's also 100, like it's a standard, but you can change it. You are welcome to change it. And here you specify these net rates, and the net rate will be applied for the new project that you are creating on the system. I think this is it. If I have 1 minute more, please tell me. I would like to add one more thing about Smartcat.
Yes, sure. You have a minute.
Okay. In Smartcat, you can not only pay to freelancers, but you can also accept payments from your customers. As Artur said, we have legal entities in different countries, and for your customers will be easier to pay locally, right? Instead of making international transaction to you. And in this case, we also provide a service of collecting money on your behalf. So you just indicate Smartcat in your invoice when you send it to the customer, and we accept the money and credit it to your Smartcat balance. So here you have a history of transactions. You receive the money to your balance, and then you decide what to do, either to pay freelancers directly through Smartcat, or withdraw the money to your bank account, or pay to some of your vendors if you are working with SLVs. Here, it can be done very easy. This is it with demonstration. Artur, please confirm if I covered everything, or maybe you want to add something.
Yeah, I think we are good, but I just want to make a quick, simple follow-up. That as you see, you can just start searching, onboarding, communicating, and working with freelancers, and then you're just not finished and go to the next service, next soft. You just can move and continue to work in as vendor manager or project manager in one system. So I just want to repeat the important thing. I guess it's very important to understand that vendor managers and project managers are colleagues and teammates, and their processes are connected. And to remove a lot of time costs, you just need to have one system where all the information can be proceed, and the project manager and vendor management can see the all information instantly and not just waste time of her or his colleague. So I think it's quite simple thing, but to think about. But it's very important to think about that. One system for vendor management and project management is very important. So, dear colleagues, do we have any questions from our listeners?
Yes, we have a couple of questions. So thank you, first of all, Max, and thank you, Artur. We have a question about vendors rating. Can you tell us a little bit more about choosing vendors and how their rating is built? Do they have any records about some negative experience, like claims, feedbacks, and so on?
I think it's all from Max.
Okay, so yeah, here we can sort our vendors, like marketplace vendors, and you see this recommended thing. How is it built? So there are main indicators. First is the feedback from customers. So we are basing on the reviews and the information about quality time management. Also, it is about the experience of customer on the platform, how many words he translated, how many projects completed. And one more important thing is that the response of the freelancer. So, for example, if the freelancer is not responsive, he's accepting an order from customer and get back on the next day or after 1 week, he will not be recommended. He will be on the bottom of the list. This is important. And in Smartcat, freelancers can add their phone numbers even, and they will receive SMS notification in case they have new order. There's also an option to add Telegram account and receive invitations there. So this is about recommendations. Yeah, one more thing important. Badges. I told you that we have tested badge, we have certified badge. It is also taken into consideration to build this recommended list. And you can filter the database by yourself. So here you can choose a subject. You can choose to see only certified freelancers are tested. We have added a new badge. Well, actually, a few months already ago, course passed. Our marketplace freelancers are welcome to join different courses, and we are partnering with Teus, especially for their post-editing program, because post-editing service is quite popular at the moment, and freelancers, let me check, I don't think that Ukrainian freelancers have. So did I answer the question?
Yes, actually, I think yes. We did have, some response from now. And another question is about CAT tools. Which CAT tools are supported in Smartcat? Do you use your own CAT tool, or you just integrate other tools in your system?
The CAT tool is one of core products of Smartcat. So our statistics billing is based on Smartcat CAT tool, of course. And if I will switch to projects tab, here you will see the list of projects, and I can open one of the projects, for example, this one in process. So here I'm going to the editor, where you can see our CAT tool interface. I'm assigned as a post editor and as a manager to this project, so I need to choose the role. Here it is. You see the text was pre-translated with machine translation. There are several empty engines integrated with Smartcat, like Google, Microsoft, DeepL, Amazon. We also have Chinese engines like BeiDou and GTCom. And my job as a post editor here to correct, to improve the results of machine translation. And we can communicate here. It is an online editor, and if there are a few assignees in this project, so we work together, and the text is just distinguished between us. But we see the whole context. We work together, we communicate, and we can understand the whole context.
So yeah, we have our own CAT tool.
Yes.
Yes.
For example, if I have files, some TRDOS files, LSD, some files to translate, can I just integrate them into a system and translate and export the files, translated SDL files after that?
Yes, you can. You can work with TRDOS projects. You can also export any document from Smartcat in XLeaf to send it to your translator in case he works offline, in case he have problems with internet connection. You can export it as an XLeaf, send it to him, he will translate it, and then you upload the XLeaf back to Smartcat to update your project. And I was opening my our help center just to show you the list of file formats which are supported by Smartcat. Here, all of them, packages.
Yes, we can see.
Yeah, you can open our help center and check this information. Here it is.
Okay, thank you. We don't have any questions for now, but if you, dear attendees, if you have another questions, please send them in the Facebook event, and we will ask our speakers to answer them when they have a minute. So it's...
Yeah, we're ready. We will be happy to help you.
Thank you. It's I can tell goodbye to Max and Artur for now, for today, but I'm sure we will see you next year at our event, as I told before. And I don't say goodbye to our audience because we are I need to tell you that today's webinar is the last one in 2018. We would like to say yes. And we would like to say thank you to all of our attendees and our speakers for being with us all the year long. And for now, we take a break for winter holidays. We don't say goodbye as the webinar season continues. And we will meet you in 2019. There will be even more prominent speakers and bright presenters.
Thank you very much for invitation, and I hope, I'm sure that someone from our team will join it, and I hope I will join this wonderful event too. I heard a lot of good feedbacks about the last event.
It's a pleasure. Thank you. So, and another announcement, if you have some spare time on your weekends, visit our website, UTIC.eu. We store there all our UTIC webinars and speeches, and enjoy watching them for free. And just to stay with us, you can subscribe our YouTube channel or join us on social media. And we don't say goodbye because there is a form to let you know, let us know your opinion. Here you go with a feedback form. You can see it in the chat window. Meet you soon and see you in 2019.
Yeah, You're welcome to send us emails and messages in Facebook. We will be glad to communicate and answer your questions. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Very much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.